Hi, everyone.
everybody. Hi, welcome back to March Monster Madness. We are Monster Best Friend Club.
Woo!
I'm Marissa.
I'm Tyler.
I'm
Audrey.
Ellie. Oh no. I'm Ellie.
I'm Audrey, in case you were confused.
And today we are recapping the Eerie 8.
Spooky.
All right.
All right.
So this round is deciding who or which monsters will make it to our final four, or our filthy four, or whatever that's going to be called. Feisty four, perhaps. So this was like a pretty intense battles all around, I would say. Because now the monsters are all powerful, so no one really wants to give up easily, and there's a lot of big powers and big moves going around, and it was nuts.
Yeah, lots of stuff to keep track of in terms of spells and abilities.
Yeah. So we did a lot of work for you guys.
We did.
So the first matchup was in the West Marches, I believe, and it was our old friend
Grizzle.
Hot boy.
Our hot boy.
Hot boy Grazed versus the number 2 seed Fire Giant Dreadnought.
Side note, I just realized the Dreadnought's braid. Beautiful.
You realize his what?
His braid.
Oh, his
Or
braid.
her braid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Their braid?
Solid
Their braid?
No.
Anyways, continue.
Anyways, so this was Audrey and I, right?
Yep, this is you and me. So I was playing as Grizzle.
Yep.
I won the initiative roll with a nice 18.
Crushed.
Took the initiative. Hit you with
a slow boy, so
that's fine. That's fine. You can be that way. I just not a good strategy overall, I would say.
That's just what he is. He's not a strategist. You can't do anything about it,
So Grizzle came out swinging with his sword called, it has a fancy name.
It's a pretentious name, I would say.
It's like Weeping Sorrow or something.
Yeah, Weeping
like that.
Sorrow, I think.
Dumb.
Whatever. He got some good poses in, and then also hit the Fire Dreadnought for a fair amount. I got a crit the first time, which was probably rough for you.
It was more than he's ever been hit through those shields, I think. It was a very earth shattering. His whole world was kind of destroyed with that one hit because
changed.
Exactly. Paradigm shift, kind of. So I tried to hit you back with my shields. It's kind of the only move the Fire Giant has is the shield.
Clap.
The shield sandwich.
Yep.
And didn't do any damage besides the fire damage. It's the only one that affects you at all. And it just kind of barely singed your eyebrow, I want to say.
It made me look very dashing. But also, Grizzle doesn't love getting hit a ton.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't know if I want to use my spells yet. So I hit you back. I tried to hit you back, and I hit you once, I think. Once or twice. But I for some reason, half my rolls in this battle were super low. I was rolling 2s and 3s.
It's pretty difficult for Grizzle to not hit.
Yeah, it was very frustrating. Swinging my sword around and missing this giant.
Even though, the giant does have his armor class is a 21 because of the shield. So he is
feels irrelevant.
One of the more difficult monsters to actually get a hit on. But Grizzle adds 1,000,000 to his attack.
Yeah.
So it
that's why I feel your AC number is irrelevant. It was frustrating that I could not hit you.
Right. Be oh, an 18. Oh, never mind, a 35 on this
one. So eventually, probably I think I enjoy playing Grizzle. I got tired of trying to hit this giant when I should have been able to do it very easily. So I charmed the giant using Dominate Monster, and told him to forfeit.
But first, he was charmed and under the sexy spell of Grizzle. So dropped his shields, came in for a nice hug.
Yep, we had a good little bro pat moment.
Yeah, it was a nice moment. And then he left.
Yep.
Really? It actually worked?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it actually worked.
I was like, forfeit and go home.
So he did.
And the Fire Giant was like, you know what? Home sounds nice.
All right.
Yeah. So
I
an
don't need to
hour
fight
later,
this
after
sexy monster anymore.
an hour later after the spell wore off, he was probably like, "Why am I home?"
How am I here?
But yeah, so Grizzle advances and is
Send him off with a nice wink.
the first member of the Filthy Four. It's fitting.
Of course he is.
Very fitting. Yeah.
What a champ. I don't know why I love this like dumb monster so much.
Kind of cool, like earrings and stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
has 6 fingers.
Dashing.
He runs around
Does
without a
have 6
shirt
fingers,
on.
Yeah.
Like probably behaves slightly inappropriate, but
Kind of a mullet going on.
A little bit of a
Yeah.
mullet.
Yeah.
I
In
feel like
real
this
life, we
is-
all know he'd be a douche.
Oh
we all
yeah,
know it.
absolutely.
We
He's
all know
totally
people
a
like
dude.
him.
Yeah, we all know this man.
We all know a Grizzle.
I don't like him in real life.
We all
You're
know.
gonna tag your Grizzle in the comments.
Please don't.
Moving on. So this is the east something. I can't remember what this region is called.
Eastern Shore.
Eastern Shore region. And we've got our number 1 seed, Queen of Fungi, Zugtmoy, versus the number 2, creepy, soul-stealing fella, Nabasu.
I was thinking about this, and I think the Nabasu is the combination of a monkey and a bat.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can buy it.
Yeah, like one of the little monkeys, not like a gorilla, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
A little like
That
something.
little nose.
Yeah, with his like face and
Mhm.
yep.
Yeah.
All right, who's this?
This was me and Audrey.
Yeah.
I was super excited to play Zugtmoy because she
Mhm.
is amazing,
She's sweet.
queen of
Yeah.
fungi, and an alien, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And she's super cool. Because pretty much all of the other monsters I was playing were all just like big beefy guys, and she is a lot more interesting.
Yeah. I'm enjoying playing my little hiss bat monkey. That's and like stealing people's souls.
Yeah, you tried to steal my soul.
Like 2 different times.
Didn't work.
Yeah, you're like what did it was like you're like, is a 25 high enough? And I was like,
Okay. She's a queen.
She is.
Yeah, although her one thing, because you tried to steal my soul, and then I tried to get you back with I can basically release a cloud of spores at you, which gives you something called the Madness of Zugtmoy, which sounds super cool, sounds super baller. I feel like it's meant more for player characters. It doesn't actually do any damage, it turns out. But you were seeing an altered version of reality, which is kind of cool.
What did it look like, Audrey?
Yeah.
It was the specific madness Mercer rolled was like you believe in something despite all evidence to the contrary. So not to get too political, but I imagine it must be what it's like to be a Fox News viewer. So that's honestly, I was like, that's it. So now the Nabasu watches Fox News.
Oh no.
Yep. And so then when you were off watching the news, I just hit you a ton with my pseudopods.
Yeah.
And then
yeah. So the Nabasu got down to 53 hit points in like 2 turns. And Zugtmoy was doing like I don't know, like 40 to 60 damage per turn.
Yeah.
So at this point, I made the informed decision to jump up in the air, hiss in her face, and fly away as fast as I could.
And as a queen, I thought about teleporting after you, but then I was like, this is fine.
Yeah.
Merciful ruler.
Yeah. It's probably a good thing I didn't succeed at stealing your soul at any point, because I feel like maybe that would have ended differently in the long run.
Yeah, probably would not have.
Yeah.
So, Zugtmoy is the second member of the Filthy Four, the queen of the Eastern Shore. She turned out to be. Never really challenged too much.
No.
Not really.
First 2 winners.
No.
Look at her go.
Look at her go.
Wow.
So next, we've got the Northern My lord, I can't remember any of the things.
Northern Reach.
Northern Reach. And we've got the number 1 seed, Adult Blue Dracolich, versus the number 2 seed, Adult Red Dragon. Kind of before and after pictures here.
Yeah.
This was Tyler and I, and the whole time we were joking that the Dracolich was the ghost of Christmas future, and that the Red Dragon was the ghost of Christmas, like, past. Because I'd be like, I'm everything you could have been. You're like, I'm your future. So this was Tyler and I.
This one was the personal one.
It's true. This is probably the one that I was most emotionally attached to, because I was the adult red dragon. I was my businesswoman dragon.
This ended
Making
in tears
deals
for both of us, honestly.
No, it was kind of rough.
The Dracolich came into this looking pretty. I mean, it doesn't look great at full strength, but it looked like pretty worse for wear. It got pretty beat up coming in, and the red dragon looked pretty healthy,
I had like a good 100 HP on the Dracolich.
Oh wow.
But we were both, kind of just going back and forth hitting each other, because they're both dragons, so they have mostly all the same moves and abilities.
I'm gonna frighten you. You can't. I'll frighten you.
Pretty much. Though the Dracolich did try to play my own game against me in Burrow.
Oh. How did that go?
This one is for he yelled, "This is for Marissa,"
and burrowed. The first time he didn't burrow far enough, so I was able to tail attack him. But we just thought it would be fair for me to roll it with a disadvantage, because to tail attack him, I would have to scoot my butt into the hole.
Kind of drop the tail in.
Getting the tail into hit. So he said roll with disadvantage since I couldn't see him.
Sure. Okay.
Fair enough.
We always get into weird mechanical things. It didn't hit though.
And then the Dracolich tried to burrow up and surprise the dragon. Kind of. This whole fight was basically fought within 20 feet of the ground. Even though they can both fly, no one really bothered.
No, to get underground.
Ground and pound type deal, So it popped up underneath, scared, got a couple attacks in. Didn't do a whole lot though. And then I think he kind of just finished me.
Eventually Adult Red Dragon had enough of this. She's busy. She has things to do. So she just bit him to death basically after he unburrowed. But Tyler, would you like to share the Dracula's last words?
The Dracolich had to get one last message through with its dying breath. Said, "Don't spend too much time at the office."
Which
that was his main regret. So
Adult Red Dragon did not heed his words.
Not heeded.
Flew off to her business
to a board meeting
with the investors, and she moves forward with 180.
Got all those eggs at home though.
There you go.
So Adult Red Dragon incinerates the Northern Reach.
Look at all the money she has because she's so successful.
She's a successful businesswoman. Yeah.
So that was the Adult Red Dragon.
So that's our
beautiful
the first non-1 seed to make it to the Filthy Four.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting for all dragon fans out there.
Yeah, she's a businesswoman. She makes deals.
And all businesswoman fans out there.
Yeah.
And then our last spot is going to be filled by the winner of the matchup of the Garyon, the 1 seed, and the Adult Gold Dragon. So could we get another dragon in the Filthy Four?
Yeah, so this was Ellie, and by Ellie I mean me. Let's say Ellie and Marissa.
Everything in the third person.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Can you tell we ran out of coffee? So this was Marissa and I. Yep. I was the Garyon.
And I was the gold dragon. So this gold dragon is a beast, super frightening. It's got these claws, got this tail, can do all this cool stuff.
So much HP.
So much HP.
Like 535 HP.
Which is insane.
Is a beautiful gold dragon. Went in for some hits. Didn't do like any damage to this guy.
Yeah, so
literally resistant to everything.
Yeah. So
and regenerate.
Yeah, so the Carrion is just like, I want to say unexpected powerhouse, but not really unexpected, I guess. Like if you actually read his stuff. Which I like didn't really do. So like he regenerates 20 HP at the beginning of every single one of his turns.
Every round, yeah.
He's immune to like all sorts of things. He's immune to all slashing, bludgeoning, piercing damage, as well as cold, fire, and necrotic damage, I want to say.
Good Lord.
Like something like that. Like just straight up immune. And then, resistant to the bludgeoning. Immune to the other things.
Yeah.
He can't be frightened.
No, nothing. Couldn't be frightened.
Yeah. So like this was.
Yeah, because we went like 10 rounds, blow for blow, and I was down to like 200 HP, and the Gurion had lost like 7.
Yeah. because the 20 HP that you regain.
Yeah.
And like his AC is like 19.
Yeah. But if you're only taking half damage and then you get it all back anyway.
Yeah.
So this was not going well. So the gold dragon just peaced out.
Yeah. Because then also like the Gurion, like I eventually I used one of my legendary reactions or whatever to frighten the gold dragon. Mm-hmm. So the gold dragon had disadvantage on any saving throws. And then in that turn, I like grappled.
Yeah.
Because to roll the opposed strength.
Yeah.
And then since I grappled, I was able to like poison and do extra damage.
Yeah.
So
and then once I was poisoned, it was like, well, this is not gonna go well.
Yeah.
Get out.
So yeah.
Yeah. So she ran away.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Southern Crescent goes to Gurion.
Yeah. Which I think
tough to beat, honestly.
Yeah.
The other episode we did, I think I was like, I think the gold dragon's gonna win this. So yikes.
Yeah. He's so powerful. He's so cool. And then just nothing was hitting.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah.
Or it would hit and then you wouldn't even take it.
Yeah, if I couldn't regenerate, then I would have been done for. But no.
Yeah.
Well, Gary's just real tough.
Gary's tough.
Gary.
Tough Gary. We all know Gary. We all know Gary too.
We all
know Gary too.
And he's
just trying to hug you all the time.
So we're down to our final filthiest 4 now. We got Zugmatoy versus Graz in our first matchup, and then Adult Red Dragon versus Gurion. So I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys have any ideas?
I know for a fact my businesswoman dragon is not gonna make it, and I'm so upset.
I feel
definitely.
Well, just seeing the gold dragon, whose stats were like way more buff than the adult red dragon, immediately go down to the Gurion. My adult red dragon, who's already hurt, already lacking sleep because she's working all night and doing these fights in the day. It's hard out there.
She made it far though. She made it very far.
She made it real far.
In generally a man's bracket.
Also, I appreciate how I'm mourning her loss and she's not even gone yet.
And maybe she'll get really lucky and Gurion will just roll all ones.
Yeah, it's possible.
Or maybe the Gurion will just be like, you know what? I respect you in the work you're doing.
That's true.
I'm out. That's what I think.
Yep, sure.
Yeah.
So this is my plea to Tyler, who's been arranging Who's the Monsters. Please make me the Gurion, please. It'll just be an interesting fight.
Red dragon lady through?
Yeah, you don't want to take the dragon all the way through?
No, you guys, the plan is I'm the Garyon. I just book it. Red Dragon goes through
I
the final two, and then I resume Red Dragon.
I see. I didn't think about the long con.
Making it sound like this is not on the up and up.
Away, hiding from her problems.
Yep.
I don't know who's gonna win between Grizzle and Zugtmoy. That's gonna be a much more like even match, I think.
Yeah, it'll depend a lot on resistances, I think.
Yeah.
Because the Zugtmoy is cool, but it really is fairly limited in terms of what kind of damage it actually can do.
Yeah. And Grizzle has his like magic weapon.
Yeah.
And he has some spells that he hasn't used yet. So and he can charm people in a couple different ways. So
does it have to be humanoid?
So the dominate monster spell is like OP because it's literally a creature.
Oh, wow.
A creature. So almost anything.
Yeah, so that could be bad.
Does it breathe? You are not immune to the charms of Grizzle.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Oh. He's a sexy boy.
I mean, you could argue the sexiest boy.
The sexiest boy. I mean, that's what they've built his entire persona on.
That's his Tinder profile. You can breathe.
The sexiest
you will be charmed by me.
But yeah, I think it just depends. Like, that's going to be like, that's one where like initiative order and then like rolls are going to be like.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can go either way.
Does I've only have encountered the Zugtmoy like once, I think, or twice. Does the Zugtmoy have resistances?
Yes.
Pretty similar ones to like
I think so.
OP like Garyon and Grass and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like cold, fire, lightning.
Right.
And like physical damage too, I think.
Yeah.
It's completely immune to poison, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Yeah.
So it's got some good immunities and resistances.
I think it's a pretty good matchup, I think. It's one that
it'll be interesting.
No, we're gonna have to get so creative the further this goes.
I know.
Oh, we only got a couple 3 matchups left.
Yeah. 3? Yes.
How's that? 3? 3?
2?
2?
Yeah, the 4 is 2 battles, and then the final is 1.
Thank you, Marissa.
Oh, right.
Beats?
What? Math?
Guys, we've been doing so much math for y'all.
So much
the
math.
amount of math we've done is more math than I've ever done in my entire life.
Guys, I can't lie to you. I have a calculator up the whole time.
Oh, true.
I've done no math.
Has been my graph calculator because it can have lines showing.
Oh.
Our next series of videos will be us reviewing different calculators, so get ready for that.
Wait, coming in hard for the OG TI-82 Plus.
All right.
Anyways, I
think that's it for us.
Yeah. For today, for this time.
And then next week, I think we'll be back.
Yep. With what are the feisty, filthy,
fanatic
4.
Fanatic 4.
Yeah.
I just like coming up with new F words to pair with 4. So.
The Foxy 4.
The Foxy 4.
Ooh,
I like
Foxy 4. Grizzle likes that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Anyways.
At AATL.org/Monster Madness.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.